Yo, ha. Bill Nicholson.
What is good, YouTube? Your boy Nicholson coming back with another quick video, man. Today I got the Yeezy 450 Stone Teal in the building, and the reason why I actually went after this Yeezy, it's a colorway I didn't have in the Yeezy 450 series, and the Yeezy 450 series, in my opinion, is actually the Yeezy Pod before the actual Yeezy Pod. Like, it's like a Yeezy Pod low, where it's basically like a sock-like design on the upper with a rubber outsole on the bottom. So I've done quite a few Yeezy 450s in the past. If you want to check out those videos, I did the Yeezy 450. This is the resin. The Yeezy 450 Utility Black. The Yeezy 450 Sender, as well as the Yeezy 450 Sulfur. So I've done all these Yeezys. I had to have one more colorway that was different from this. Now, I will say this. When you look at the Adidas website, the color styles are kind of misleading, and it kind of looks the same, but it's not. So what I did is I'm going to post a picture, and so you can see the differences between the Yeezy 450 Utility Black, the Yeezy 450 Sender, and then the Yeezy 450 Stone Teal. So you can literally see the difference color variations. It's not the same despite what you're looking on at the website. So just want to let everybody know, yes, this is what it looks like in terms of the Yeezy 450 Stone Teal when you compare it to the Yeezy 450 Sender, as well as the Yeezy 450 Utility Black. But one of the reasons why I like the Yeezy 450 as a model is just because although it doesn't have the Yeezy boost to keep the cushion that you're used to when you put on your Yeezy 350 or Yeezy like the MMVN series, things of that nature, this has the sock-like design. So it's like a prime knit, one knit upper with, I want to say it's polyurethane outer shell, like a PU outer shell, and it has a rubber outsole. The benefit of this shoe is that when you're walking, and I'm going to show you a demonstration momentarily, like a video demonstration, is that you're feeling the muscles of the bottom of your feet being used. So it's more of a natural movement versus, you know, your generic shoe that just has a base, midsole and outsole, but you don't really feel your foot kind of moving as you walk. So you have more freedom of movement, especially with this model. And it's kind of like, to me, it's an underrated it's an underrated Yeezy model outside of all the Yeezy series. A lot of people didn't like this because they felt like that by design it felt weird, but I tell people, look, I get what you're looking for in a shoe, but comfort is everything. And when you have the ability to move in a shoe like the Yeezy 450, it's German engineering. This was designed in Germany. So you know that they take their time when they make their things. But when you have a shoe where you can just use freedom of movement of your foot, it's good for your foot. It's not, your foot's not stationary. You're not going to have foot problems because it's a natural movement. So that's one of the benefits of Yeezy Pods as well as the Yeezy 450 series. So let's take a look at the Yeezy 450 Stone Teal. Now, I was shocked to see that this went on sale for $110 or $105 US. Because when it originally came out, it was $220, and I felt like some people said that was too high, but I'm curious to see what people think now that it's been marked down by 50% on the Adidas website. You can't really beat that, but you can see right there, size 13. I wanted to get my size before it sold out. Typically, I didn't want to wait, although the 450 model, to some, it depends on the colorway. They like it, and some people are like, still finicky about it, but me, this was just a no-brainer. I had the rest of the Yeezy 450 series in different colorways that I felt was needed for my collection. So let me pull this out. It is a slide-out box. The box is pretty much small, but it does have that Made in Germany sticker. Let me just take a look at this. And man, love my Yeezy 450s. Let me just take this out real quick. And I can see it immediately. It's like a sky. It's a mixture between like a blue grayish combination, and this stands out in my opinion. Again, I showed you earlier a picture with the color differences, but you can see that there is a huge difference between the Stone Teal as well as the Senders. There's a Stone Gray, but to me it didn't make any sense to get the Yeezy 450 Stone Gray when I already have the cinders. I felt like the color hue may be a little bit different. There's probably a lighter shade of gray with the stone gray versus the actual cinders. So I was like, no. But this I like, and especially the way that you can see that it's kind of two-tone on the upper with the prime knit. It does have rope style laces, and I will say this, that if you have long skinny feet, that this is probably going to be more catered to you. If you have wider feet, people say go a half size, a full size up, because what happens is if you go true to size and you have a wide foot, some people do report that on that prime knit, because it's stretchable, but in my opinion, parts of the shoe that actually stretches is just kind of just the top portion, because as you get towards the toe, there's restriction. Like, it's movement, but it's still restriction. So that's probably why people feel like that. You know, if you have wide feet, go a half size up, a full size if necessary. But in my opinion, if you have long, skinny feet, this is probably true to size, and it's probably geared towards you. I personally love the actual design. Again, let me show you a video real quick, and this is what I'm talking about. So if you look at most shoes, this is not a shot to anybody or no company. It's just, I'm just showing you how much freedom of movement you have with your foot when you're kind of walking step by step, more so like just movement. With a regular shoe, you're not going to get that, right? The base is there, the midsole's there, and a lot of times, again, your foot is just stationary. You're taking your steps, but you don't really feel like a natural foot movement. With the Yeezy 450, you get that movement. You're able to kind of like just exercise through your muscles of your foot, and you can feel the actual movement and the tension when you kind of pressing down towards the ground. You're going to feel the foam portion to this, right? The polyurethane to this actual shoe each step you take. And in fact, if you take, and I'll show you a picture of the inside of the Yeezy 450, if you were to take the insole out, I think this is Ortholite, if I'm not mistaken, Adidas Ortholite insole that you can see right here, you're actually feeling kind of like the pads that they put on towards the mid, the ball, and the heel of your foot. And of course, it does have the Yeezy logo as well as the world symbol, but it does have Adidas on the back for anybody wondering. It's funny because when I look at the Yeezy Stone Teal, and then I look at a shoe like the Yeezy 450 Sulfur, and I take this out, let me see, I could have sworn it was different. It was different, because this was manufactured, according to this, if you look at the sticker, this was manufactured in July 2022. And then I did a Yeezy 450 Sulfur not too long ago. But if you're wondering what the actual logo looks like, it's kind of interesting when you put two and two together. Here's the Sulfur insole. Here's the Stone Teal. Let me see if you notice the difference, because I see it already. If you notice, there's the Yeezy logo, but there's an Adidas logo on one, but no Adidas logo, kind of like the way it's designed on the actual Stone Teal, which is kind of interesting. But if you do look on the back, it does have the Adidas logo. They're both Ortholite insoles. These are very, very, very comfortable when you combine it with the Yeezy 450. But comment below, man. Let me know what you think of the Yeezy 450 Stone Teal. We're going to do that on foot, not too far from here. But of course, that herringbone traction, you wouldn't believe that this thing has, or at least the outsole can take so much like puncture when you're outside. And that's kind of where this 450 benefits from more than you would with a Yeezy Pod. Of course, the Yeezy Pod is much more cheaper, but in terms of support, like the outsole support, this is, man, this is so underrated. And you'll get benefits from this, especially for people that like to walk. You're walking your dog, you're doing just walking in general, and some people, if you even run, this will be beneficial to you, especially right now. Adidas, again, Adidas website, you can get this for 50% off. But for me, this is a no-brainer. Had to have it in the lineup. The Yeezy 450 Stone Teal on the Milton channel. Let's do that on feet, and I am out. You guys, stay blessed.